questioning him and whether he'll ever be a top player is his understanding of the game. Now look at his effort to get back into the game.
Yes, people, welcome to the Upfront podcast. Myself, Rory. We are doing a game week 4 review, and it was a goal-busting weekend, and I think it's one of the highest scoring Premier weekends I've seen in a while. Every game had a story, and that's what we love about the Premier League. But without further ado, let's get into this. Liverpool 9-9 for Bournemouth. Liverpool 9-9 for Bournemouth. Yep, they killed Bournemouth and they celebrated differently. 9 goals equaling the Premier League record. They should have had 11 really. If we're talking clear-cut chances, they should have had 11 and Salah should have had 2, but he ended up with 0. Firmino was a fantasy Premier League's dream player for today, especially if you triple captained him. I think he got 2 goals, 3 assists, points going galore. Diaz got a double, Trent scored a great goal, Van Dijk got a goal, and there was an own goal. But they were playing Bournemouth. Questions are, will Liverpool kick on from this? I don't think they will. I think there's still frailties in their team and it's in the middle of the park. I think they're gonna go and get someone, but just going off of that game alone, superb. From the get-go, it was like playing someone really experienced at FIFA and you've just picked up the pad. That's what it looked like. That was the difference. And yeah, I see Liverpool finish top 4, but they need to strengthen ASAP. Haaland to the rescue. Man City versus Crystal Palace. Man City were down 2-0 down in the first 21 minutes. Anderson got a goal and own goal, John Stones. They looked shaky. Second half, different team. The thing with City, they're always going to create chances. It's just, can they take them? And they did. And Haaland bagged his first hat-trick in the Premier League, and it's not going to be his last, trust me. He's a back post merchant. He's got freakishly crazy strength and this slight turn of pace that he's got, that Usain Bolt kind of stride, and it's scary. And he's not even really hit full form yet. Who says that? Is it Cell? It's not my final form. He's really there. David Silva. It was basically like plays like him. Bernardo Silva, price keeps going up. If they sell him, it has to be 100 mil minimum. It can't be for these silly prices I'm hearing. If Anthony Gordon is 60 mil, then he's easily 100 plus without even thinking about it. But yeah, Palace look good. Palace look really good, and no worries for them this season. If they carry on the way they've started, they'll be fine. Sterling doubled in price. Pound's gone up again. Raheem Sterling double. He came out second half and was like, yeah, I'm winning this game. And I said to one of my friends, I was like, now he's in London, he was definitely going Carnival. But he asked Tuchel if he could go. Tuchel said, yeah, if you win me the game, you can go, but you can only go on a float. He was like, say less. Went out, done his business. Conor Gallagher really made it harder than what it should have been. I can see him going on loan, to be honest. I think he's been given a small crack at it, shown he's not either at the level or he's very apprehensive or anxious and he can't handle it yet. So I think he'll go on loan again. I think he might be a part of the Gordon deal if he goes on loan, which isn't a bad thing to go play at Everton. Still good high football, and Lampard will take him under his wing. He'll probably shine there again, because the pressure's, again, I keep saying, the pressure's different when, if you lose a game, you're out of the title race kind of pressure. It's different. You lose a game, you're out of the Champions League. The pressure's very different over top 4 clubs versus the rest of the league. So I can see him coming out of here for a bit. And another Reece James masterclass. The guy, what can he not do? He's clear of all the right backs in the league. There's not even a conversation. You can't talk to me about Trent and Reece James, because Reece James can cross as good as him, can defend way better than him. He has more to his game. Kyle Walker's probably the closest one to him all round. He's just faster. But I've seen Zaha has done him. St. Maximum had Walker on tap dancing the other week. So I'm not hearing he's that Kyle Walker's that close to Reece James. Reece James is levels above these lot, and he's starting to show it. And once we get some serious forwards in, his assist numbers will go even higher because you can see what he can do. United are uniting again. Fernandes, without that tumour to him, CR7, he thrives. Like, he didn't have a great game, but he didn't have a bad game. He got the goal and got the 3 points. So I'm starting to see the pattern. When he doesn't play, it's pressure off. He can do his thing, and I think it allows the wingers to wing, and then they push forward, and then it creates a space behind him for him to come and do his late runs. Portuguese Lampard, like that kind of style, and it works for him. Their attack looks very fluid, I must admit. Lots of runners, Elanga, Sancho, Rashford, like Martial when he plays. There's a lot of fluidity. It's just the midfield is the issue. Casemiro coming in, I hope it takes McTominay out, because it should be Casemiro, Fred, Fernandes for majority of the games. You've got one man installing the wall, the other man with the broom just running around, and the other man to just shoot whatever he needs to shoot at. And that's how I see them setting up in big games anyway. And then whoever else to come in to slot in when those guys need a rest. Southampton wasn't really at the races, but there was a couple of chances that they had. I think De Gea had a sweet save against Haribo. That's what I'm calling him, Haribo. It was a sweet save, and yeah, it wasn't a great game, to be honest. It wasn't a great game. The quality shone through. Simple as that. Forest versus Spurs. There, Forest's front three versus Spurs front three, which was Johnson, Gibbs-White, Lingard versus Son, Kane, Kulusevski. The quality was here. The energy was on these lot. Like, their energy was 10-10. These are just, energy wasn't 10-10, but the quality, without the few moments, these guys, you back these guys. And Kane hit with a double, Kulusevski got an assist for one, and Richarlison came on for Son later and got out crazy assist, like that Modric pass, but from the side, Harry Kane tapping with a header. It was good to see. It was a good game, actually. Forest put up a great fight. I've not seen a front three like that since my Oceania days of mixed race guys. It's crazy the way they played. Just very high energy pressing, but there's just nothing. When the first half ended, there was nothing from behind them coming up with them, because they're not centre forwards, so they're getting the ball, they're making their runs into the channel, and then they're hitting it across the face of the box. There's no centre forward there because these guys don't have that mindset to do that. So it was a lot of huffing and puffing, but never blowing the house down. Second half, they put on a much better fight. I think Tottenham got a bit flat, but it played into their hands, and then Tottenham got the second, and the game is done, to be fair, from there. Richarlison was showboating. Now, I don't have a problem with this. If you've got the skills, do it. If you're doing kick-ups and stuff, that's your business. But if you get kicked for doing it, you can't complain. And to be fair, if you haven't seen it and you hear Richarlison kicked, you're going to think he's complained about it based on how he didn't complain about it or got run off. Now, I can't remember who was commentating. I think it was Carragher. He was like, "Nah, this shouldn't be happening, blah, 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 blah." Bro, if a man's going to showboat, let him. I've seen Ronaldinho do it, Neymar do it. It's cool then, but because Richarlison, cool, he's not world beater, but if he wants to showboat, let him do it. Just know the consequences that come with it. As simple as that. Honourable mentions this week. Pascal Gross is the East Sussex De Bruyne. That's what I'm calling him, because he don't miss. Like, he's everywhere, but he don't get the plaudits he deserves. He's cold. Just doesn't get the plaudits he deserves. I think Gordon's price is going up. The longer Chelsea leave it, that price is getting higher. He's now scoring goals. He's showing he's a major part of that team. St. Maximan with the Indian volley. Cow cutter. The way he cut across that ball and it hit the bottom corner side net. Sweet. Fornals with West Ham's first goal of the season. We're in game week 4. This is West Ham, who spent at least 140 million. No goals. And who's that guy named Bowler Ketchup or Bella Kocha for Southampton? He looks solid. He looks like he could have a good season. And yeah, that was the game week 4 wrap up. Tune in, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll be back next week. Peace.
So good. I just wanna be a baller. I had whip like Bex in the corner. The grass went greener. I couldn't think out of the box like Courtois.